What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. One Piece 498. Still nothing too crazy. We're still in the Kid, Ace, Luffy, Naruto flashback. It doesn't feel like we'll have too long left. I am curious though, kind of like how they do like depart from each other. You know, is it forcefully, like they get raided, or you know, something happens and they get separated? Or do they just get to a certain age where they're just like, I think it's time, guys. And none of them wanted to be, they all wanted their solo cruise. Nobody wanted to, like, I'm actually surprised like Luffy wouldn't want to ride with Ace or, you know, anything crazy like that. So maybe we'll get the explanation on kind of how they all went about their separate ways. And then if Sabo is still alive, maybe we'll end up seeing that as well. And that's pretty much it. We don't have any crazy theory crafting or world building at the moment. So the discussions in the videos have been a little bit shorter, but that's just where we're at. So we'll see what we got. We'll see what we got. I wonder is that Bear in a ski mask in underwear? I wonder when we see Luffy start to like really get a control of his abilities too. Is that Bear trying to rob us? You kill him? Were they trying to kill him? Oh, they are killing him. Oh, that's the big one, right? The big bad one from earlier. Nah, we're not giving you our, what do they call it? A Dampa? Opposite of Panda. I'm not giving you that. Nah, we're not giving this up. We fight. We stand and fight. Yeah. Maybe he'll end up friending us. He stood his ground. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? He has no control over that. There's no oomph behind it at all. It's the most lazy, rubbery thing. Reused shot. Well, so much for that. They tried. Luffy tried. I can't take them seriously with these big ass heads. They look like little GB characters, little bobbleheads. The heads on the kids are so massive. Like they go wide with it. Like a really stretched square. And now they gotta go rescue his ass. And they lost the food. No, they didn't. Oh, God, Luffy. And I'm curious if we ever get this person, because I've been saying this for a while, like, we're getting like the purest form of Luffy here, which we still have always gotten up until the events that just happened. I wonder if we ever see this type of personality out of him again. And I'm sure he's going to joke and do all those things because that's like still the basis of One Piece at the end of the day. But I wonder if he'll ever be the same, and if like the story will ever like feel the same, you know? Is he just having the time of his life? See, I want to wait before commenting on it. But man, I would have loved this. Like, lay me the brick by brick. Lay me the groundwork. I would have loved to have gotten this before Ace's death. It would have hit harder for me. Now, some people still might have thought, you know, it was pretty sad, and I'm sure people cried and got emotional from it, but like, there's a disconnect to me of like the lack of Ace backstory and personality and character on screen, and then the lack of actually seeing them together interacting. So it didn't hit as hard as it could, you know? But this is like good stuff here. This is good stuff, good material. And see how they're all saying their own ships. Yeah. Guess they never were going to work on anybody's ship. How about they rotate and take turns? Ooh. It's not a bad little deal. The one that beats the tiger is the captain. Look at me, I'm the captain now. Alright, we'll go risk our lives. I'm sure it'll be a joint effort. What are they wrapped in? Oh, they have fish on their backs. To what, draw him in? Here we go. Here we go. I don't think they'll end up putting him down. I think they'll end up bonding at some point. Whatever that reason may be. That's just a giant bear. How'd he get that scar? True. He said as strong as the tiger. I'm just waiting for Sabo to yell out, Sasuke! Just one time. He almost gave him a mild concussion there. And they left the fish. Well. Is that the woman? The gatekeep. No. Who's this Jiraiya sensei? What? Just happens to be out here right now. Watch him hit the meanest hockey stare right now. Just like freezes the bear in his tracks. Oh. They didn't even show us what he was reaching for. He went to reach for something. Did he almighty push him? What did he do? And how did he just put that bear in timeout like that? I thought he was going to pull out a weapon of some kind, but... That's some pretty strong imagery for Luffy right there, that's what he connects that to. Yeah. To connect anything like that to Shanks in that moment is a lot. Super flavor. I'm trying to think back. Are there any of those storylines we're still interested in? It's got to be Frankie. And the curiosity revolving around Zoro's of like there's a mystery to it. Everybody else seems to have a groundwork and foundation and understanding of like what's happening in the location that they're at. Or like what's after them or who they're helping, who they're not helping. I don't know what is attacking Zoro at the moment. Oh, so that was his Thor hammer. He's like, yeah, because the Shanks I know is a real lazy piece of shit. Now we know that there's, because I think I had you guys tell me, at this current point in the story, Shanks is not, like when Shanks got his arm taken off, he was not one of the 4 emperors. So who was in the seat before him, if there was one? And how did he obtain such status? It's a trigger word for Ace. They challenged him and lost. Challenged him and lost. Making me feel like Moria's story where he's like, yeah, we challenged Kaido. Now look at us. I would just go with I did face Roger and I lived to tell the tale. Think we could drop like Rayleigh's name or Whitebeard's name or something? I was curious if Ace had interest in that story and would ask questions, but just walked off. Practice your rubber ability, number 1. does Sabo know? Oh, I say Sabo definitely knows. Don't mention it to anybody, as he told 2 people. One he just met. Shit, Sabo doesn't like his dad. I wonder within this, probably not. Do we see Ace talk about that at all to anyone? First thing Luffy says when they get in there. Ace, tell me about your dad. That was about as worse than it's about the same equivalent to what I was saying. Hey, I didn't know you was. Hey, tell me about your dad. Hey, I didn't know he was your dad. How did Sabo find out that information, though? I guess maybe Ace told him in confidence as a friend. I was curious if we see Ace care about it. I think the things that we've seen him really connect with are Whitebeard, of course, and the crew. You know, Whitebeard, Oars, all of it. And then just this here, just the brothers. Is this how they... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is this how they separate? They just have an argument and fall out? But there's no way, because we've seen Luffy and Ace run into each other. Was that his dad? Was that Sabo's dad? Now, I'm assuming this is just a request to rescue my son, right? Not like capture him and do whatever you want. Oh shit. And that looked, why did that look like the one that we already ran into? Alright, so now we're starting to get... Okay, so here, this is what I was saying of the whole nobility and royalty aspect of like Sabo's town. Are we talking like celestial dragon nobility ties, royalty? Or just you know, consumed to their own hierarchy on their island? So I am interested to see the celestial dragon in this story, in this little arc flashback. I'm curious if, I mean, it looks like the same one that we just ran into, the one that Zoro almost killed and Luffy punched in the face. Like, that looks like the same exact one. So we'll see how that plays. Got Ace's heritage out there in the open to Luffy. Not that it meant anything, and it's not going to change Luffy's mind or anything, or really change the dynamic of anything, but it's just now a known thing. So, and that was pretty much all she wrote. So we'll just go ahead and leave it there. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and as always,